Being rich, famous, and generally loved by millions of fans across the world must be nice. Okay, amazing. But it also comes with a price. In Hollywood, where egos are inflated and scandals are a regular occurrence, it's not uncommon for celebrities to let their fame and fortune go to their heads. From notorious divas to egomaniacal directors, here are 15 of the biggest jerks in Hollywood history whose actions have made them infamous in the industry. Let's kick off things with number 15, Toby Maguire. Toby Maguire might have swung into hearts as Spider-Man, but his behavior behind the scenes is less than heroic. Stories of his questionable actions have painted a picture of an actor more comfortable with arrogance than humility. One infamous incident involved Maguire demanding a cocktail waitress bark like a seal for a $1,000 tip. When she laughed it off, he doubled down, insisting on the demeaning act. Unsurprisingly, she declined, and the story of Maguire's entitled behavior spread. On set, Maguire's diva antics don't stop there. Crew members have been reportedly warned not to look him in the eyes, a hallmark of prima donna behavior. Adding to the strangeness, he allegedly asks people to call him Tugboat Maguire. Why? No one seems to know. While Maguire's talent as an actor is clear, his off-screen antics have tarnished his reputation. Hollywood may be full of colorful personalities, but Maguire's behavior tips the scale into absurdity. Number 14, Errol Flynn. Errol, Hollywood's quintessential swashbuckler, lived a life as dramatic as the films he starred in. With his dashing looks and devil-may-care charm, Flynn became a symbol of old Hollywood's golden age. But behind the scenes, his life was a whirlwind of scandal and controversy. The phrase "in like Flynn" famously stems from his 1942 trials for statutory rape, 3 in total. Though he was acquitted, the damage to his reputation was irreversible. Flynn's lifestyle, fueled by excess, began to take a toll on his once iconic looks, and he transitioned to roles of aging alcoholic, a stark contrast to his youthful heartthrob days. By the time of his death at 50, Flynn's hard living had caught up with him. A medical examiner reportedly remarked that his body resembled that of an 85-year-old man. While his charm and legacy endure, Flynn's life serves as a sobering reminder of how quickly fame and excess can erode even the brightest stars. Number 13, Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford's name evokes glamour, grit, and, let's be honest, a fair amount of chaos. The rivalry with Bette Davis during Whatever Happened to Baby Jane is the stuff of Hollywood legend. Crawford didn't just hold her own against Davis's on-set machinations, she outmaneuvered her. When Davis scored an Oscar nomination and Crawford didn't, Joan stole the spotlight by accepting the award on behalf of winner Anne Bancroft, a petty move that cemented their feud in the annals of Hollywood history. Crawford's off-screen drama didn't end there. Her adopted daughter Christina's book, Mommy Dearest, alleged a lifetime of abuse, painting Crawford as an alcoholic control freak obsessed with cleanliness and her image. Even in death, Crawford stirred the pot, leaving her 2 eldest children out of her will entirely. Yet, despite the scandals, Joan Crawford remains an icon. Her indelible screen presence and unrelenting ambition continue to fascinate, proving she could steal any scene, on or off the set. Number 12, Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin was a genius who revolutionized cinema, but his personal life was far from picture perfect. Known for his silent films that spoke volumes, Chaplin's pursuit of perfection made him a tyrant on set. He was infamous for his relentless demands, firing actors on a whim and subjecting his crew to frequent outbursts. Chaplin's personal relationships were equally tumultuous. He married several women, often decades younger, starting with a 16-year-old when he was 29. His last marriage to Una O'Neill, daughter of playwright Eugene O'Neill, created a scandal due to their 36-year age gap, but surprisingly endured until his death. Behind closed doors, Chaplin was accused of being controlling and emotionally abusive, with reports of infidelity adding fuel to the fire. Despite his flaws, his contributions to cinema remain unmatched. His ability to make audiences laugh while addressing profound social issues ensures his legacy is both celebrated and scrutinized, a complex portrait of brilliance and imperfection. What do you think? Number 11. Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly danced his way into our hearts in countless musical classics with his smooth moves and charismatic presence. He was the epitome of grace and talent, captivating audiences with his undeniable charm. However, behind the scenes, Kelly's reputation was not without its blemishes. Legend has it that Sid Charisse, after returning home from MGM bruised and battered, pointed the finger at Kelly's famously rigorous rehearsal methods. But whispers of controversy didn't stop there. In 1970, reports alleged that Kelly had secretly donated $20,000 to the Irish Republican Army, IRA, allegedly declaring it for guns, not do-gooders. These claims, however, have been vehemently denied by his widow, Patricia Ward Kelly, who insisted her husband had neither the funds nor the inclination for such acts. While the allegations remain unproven, they add a layer of intrigue to the legacy of a Hollywood legend. Gene Kelly's grace and charisma endure, but his story remains as complex as his dance routines. Now let's move to number 10, John Wayne. John Wayne, the tough-as-nails cowboy, won the hearts of millions with his rugged charm and memorable performances. Yet, behind that heroic facade lay a set of divisive beliefs that still ignite debate. In his early days, Wayne called himself a socialist, but his views shifted sharply to the right. By the 1960s, he supported Barry Goldwater, who opposed the Civil Rights Act and made waves with a 1971 Playboy interview. In it, Wayne professed beliefs in white supremacy, stating that African Americans shouldn't hold office until educated to a point of responsibility. He also condemned LGBTQ+ films like Midnight Cowboy as perverse. Despite these remarks, he formed a close bond with Rock Hudson, a gay actor, showcasing a perplexing contradiction in his character. Today, his legacy is polarizing. Some laud his cinematic contributions, while others reject his controversial views. John Wayne's name may be etched in Hollywood history, but it remains as contested as ever. Number 9. Bette Davis. Bette Davis, the ferocious screen goddess, left an indelible mark on Hollywood with her talent, beauty, and fiery personality. Known for her no-nonsense attitude, Davis was both admired and feared by her peers. One infamous dinner with director Herschel Doherty revealed her explosive nature. When Doherty wagged a finger in her face, Davis unleashed a tirade so intense it cleared half the restaurant. She then calmly returned to her meal, unfazed by the chaos. On set, Davis's determination knew no bounds. While filming Mr. Skeffington, she rinsed her eyes between scenes to combat harsh lighting. This routine, however, led to a chilling act of sabotage. Someone poisoned her eyewash. Though the culprit was never caught, director Vincent Sherman quipped that a lineup of suspects would include nearly everyone on set. Bette Davis was a force of nature, unapologetic in her pursuit of excellence. Her legacy is as unique and complex as the roles she brought to life. Number 8. Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rooney was Hollywood's eternal boy next door on screen, but off-camera, his life was a soap opera of epic proportions. With 8 marriages under his belt, Rooney earned a reputation as Tinseltown's serial husband. In his tell-all autobiography, Life is Too Short, he spilled the tea on countless affairs, including a headline-making dalliance with Norma Shearer that ruffled feathers at MGM. His indiscretions didn't stop there. He dished on everything from bordello visits with mentor Milton Burl to witnessing Tallulah Bankhead's rumored escapades. The autobiography also controversially outed Judy Garland's alleged fling with a woman, fueling gossip that tarnished both his and others' reputations. Rooney's later years were marked by eccentric self-mockery, with appearances on The Simpsons and other quirky projects poking fun at his colorful past. While Rooney's career showcased a lovable, wholesome persona, his secret life painted a different picture, one of scandal, audacity, and full of drama that even Hollywood couldn't script. Number 7. Bing Crosby. Bing Crosby's smooth voice and effortless charm made him a Hollywood legend, but his personal life painted a very different picture. According to his eldest son, Gary, in the memoir Going My Own Way, Crosby was far from the doting father fans might have imagined. His disciplinary tactics were reportedly harsh, including the use of a studded leather belt for punishments. Worse still, housekeepers allegedly subjected the children to drowning treatments in the bathtub if they misbehaved, a chilling revelation. Crosby's strained relationships weren't limited to his family. Despite starring in 7 successful road movies together, co-star Bob Hope reportedly confessed to detesting Crosby off-screen, describing their dynamic as anything but friendly. Tragically, Crosby's legacy of discipline and detachment had a devastating impact on his children, with 2 of them struggling with depression and taking their own lives. While his voice and presence continue to enchant, Crosby's darker side serves as a reminder that fame often comes with untold stories behind closed doors. Number 6. Milton Burl. Milton Burl, known affectionately as Uncle Milty, was a pioneer of television comedy, but his offstage antics left a less than flattering legacy. Dubbed the Thief of Bad Gags, Burl had a notorious reputation for recycling jokes and lifting material from fellow comedians. His brazen antics culminated in 1979 when he hosted Saturday Night Live. Burley's behavior during rehearsals was so disruptive, commandeering scenes, upstaging cast members, and reviving tired jokes, that he earned a lifetime ban from the show. Burley's reputation for being difficult wasn't limited to comedy circles. In 1993, at the MTV Video Music Awards, his on-camera banter with RuPaul went awry, exposing the tension between the two. Behind the laughs, Burl's ego often clashed with the expectations of his peers, leaving a trail of strained relationships. Despite these controversies, Burl remains an undeniable comedy icon, but his antics serve as a cautionary tale of how talent and ego can sometimes collide in the most chaotic ways. Number 5. Zaza Gabor. Zaza Gabor was the epitome of old Hollywood glamour, with beauty, wealth, and a penchant for the dramatic. Known for her sharp wit and opulent lifestyle, she left behind a legacy of fame and controversy. But her sparkling image belied a more tumultuous reality. Gabor's strained relationship with her daughter, Francesca Hilton, was a glaring example. Despite parading Francesca on red carpets during her youth, Gabor reportedly turned cold when her daughter refused to embrace the high-maintenance lifestyle Zaza valued. The real heartbreak came after Francesca's father, Conrad Hilton, passed away, leaving her a modest $100,000 out of his vast fortune. Legal battles for a larger inheritance drained Francesca financially, and Gabor's support was noticeably absent. While Zaza's life was filled with glamour and intrigue, her relationships often left behind fractured bonds. Her legacy, though iconic, reminds us that behind the diamonds and gowns often lies a complicated story. All right, now, let's move to number 4, Jesse James. Jesse James has a reputation for mistreating the women in his life. In 2010, it was revealed that he had cheated on Sandra Bullock with many partners, all while the couple was trying to adopt a child together. He may know how to fix a motorcycle, but James was incapable of fixing this relationship. It should come as no surprise that he and Sandra Bullock divorced in June 2010. Good for her. However, the cheating saga doesn't end there. The end of this relationship was the beginning of another. One of the women he cheated with was Kat Von D, and they began seeing each other publicly after his divorce. The two even went as far as to get engaged, but that was called off, and I'll give you 2 guesses why. He cheated again. So, while James may have a reputation for being a tough, bad boy, it seems like his life is anything but macho. His actions not only hurt the women he's been with, but also his own reputation as a respectable human being. Number 3. Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence is one of the biggest actors on the silver screen right now, but that doesn't mean she's nice. We're starting to see that nice and famous rarely go together in Hollywood. She's been notoriously mean to fans. She actually admits it and claims that it's a way of defending herself. We understand not wanting to cater to fans 24/7, but there's a way to tell people no without being a self-entitled brat. Her bratty behavior is also extended to the press, because why in the world wouldn't it? In 2016, she reportedly scolded a reporter during a press conference for daring to look at his phone. Perhaps it was an off day, but when you're in the public eye, hiding those moments is part of the job. Lawrence's unapologetic demeanor has earned her both admiration and criticism. While her talent is undeniable, her attitude leaves much to be desired. Number 2. Spike Lee. Spike Lee is a cinematic genius, known for his groundbreaking films, but his temperament often overshadows his brilliance. During a university lecture, Lee reportedly cut the event short by 40 minutes and dismissed fans during the Q&A session with curt remarks. Stories like this suggest his standoffish behavior is not an anomaly, but a pattern. His temper came to the forefront at the 2019 Academy Awards when his film Black Klansman didn't win Best Picture. Despite taking home the award for Best Director, Lee stormed out, visibly upset over the symbolic loss. It's hard to sympathize with someone who couldn't savor such a significant achievement. While his contributions to film are undeniable, Lee's public behavior often leaves a sour taste. His fiery personality may fuel his creativity, but it also alienates fans and colleagues alike. Perhaps even visionaries need a dose of humility every now and then. Number 1. Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis may be a household name, but working with him has been described as anything but pleasant. Director Kevin Smith famously called his experience with Willis soul-crushing, highlighting the actor's lack of collaboration and difficult demeanor on set. Not exactly the glowing review you'd hope for from a colleague. Willis's diva antics didn't stop there. He reportedly refused to pose for promotional photos for their film's poster, a basic requirement for any major release. It's baffling that an actor who thrives on fame would shun one of its most fundamental perks. Over the years, Willis has developed a reputation as someone many stars prefer to avoid working with. While his talent is undeniable, his attitude has tarnished his legacy. It's a shame that an actor capable of captivating audiences can't seem to extend the same respect to his peers and collaborators. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. We'll see you in the next one.